Hey guys, welcome to Extreme Tarot. My name is Gina, and today we are doing a reading to see what your person's current vibe towards you is. So, just like their general energy towards you right now. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So pause the video if you need to, pick a pile, and I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 1 and this blue message card that's upside down, this is going to be your reading. So I have just like 3 tarot cards shuffled and then these 2 message cards just to kick it off, and then we'll get some oracles and some additional messages at the end. So the first message we have coming through is I am so sorry. Actually, put there. And then we have sometimes the path to you is straightforward, and sometimes it's a complicated mess. So obviously this person is confused and kind of going back and forth between 2 energies. And let's see what our tarot is. We have the King of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, Leo honey, and the Knight of Swords. Let me just see. But we're good. I feel like I should move this up a little bit. Maybe I'll put these like over here and move you up like that. It's obviously not centered here, but it's gonna drive me nuts, but it's okay. We'll just do it like that. Okay. And then, so let's start with this. So sometimes the path to you is straightforward, sometimes it's a complicated mess. When this Knight of Swords originally came out, it was like in reverse. Actually like flipped onto the floor. So I feel like this person could be like almost like running away from this connection a little bit. Maybe like back and forth, because it like came out upright and then like on the floor I saw it, and then when I picked it up I wasn't looking and I put it down and it was like wanted to go in reverse, and like it's just like kind of like an in and out thing, like a very like high energy person. I'm getting that they're focusing a lot on work right now. That's where a lot of their energy is going. There's no cups here or fire, so I feel like since it's just like swords and pentacles, it's more like just thinking a lot and working a lot. Like I feel like sometimes they think about this too much and sometimes they don't allow themselves to think about it at all. I feel like sometimes it feels right and sometimes it feels almost like they're sorry for something here. So because it says I'm so sorry, so maybe they did something and I don't know, they're like afraid that they can't like clean up the mess, because we have that mess energy coming through, and like the Knight of Swords in general and especially reversed is a very kind of like chaotic, like I would say like a messy energy. So I feel like they almost try to front like they're this King of Swords, like this cool, calm, collected, but like I feel like inside, like they're not. Like there's a lot of chaos going on inside and they don't really want to deal with it. I notice he's wearing armor. He's like only his face is sticking out, and both of these, I guess their hands too. Well, he's wearing gloves here. So just, you know, the hands, and yeah, it's like almost like they don't want to expose any like part of themselves. Like look at that horse's face. Like that horse looks spooked to me. Like they got spooked somehow, probably by their own feelings. Like, you know, it's not like you did something. It's probably just, even if you did do something that they're like thinking in their head, like it's not because of you. Like I'm just getting like an energy of them getting like spooked. Like some sort of animal instinct in them getting spooked and like making them like run for the hills or something. Like I don't know what, but so maybe they have been kind of like hot and cold, in and out, like oh, sometimes I'm gonna come forward and then I'm gonna run away, like, you know, in and out. Like, so they probably do feel sorry for that, and that's probably why like they think it's a mess now and that they've maybe complicated things by like exhibiting this like in and out behavior. So let's see what else we have with these oracles. What is, hi Leo. Oh, like right at my shoulder. I know. Let's see what we have with these oracles. What is pile one's person's overall like a vibe towards them? Should we get intentions? I feel like this is the vibe. Let's get some intentions. I want to see. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god, my hairs are everywhere. What is pile one's person's intentions towards them right now? Spirit, one card, please. Thank you. Take the lead. Interesting. So we have take the lead. That's a very like masculine energy, like doing kind of a energy, obviously. Again, like there's a lot of like emphasis on like the mental area, I feel like, even though I don't know, I would think of this more as like an Aries energy, I guess, but just because I don't know. Take the lead. I always think of Aries as like the emperor, like boss, like that's kind of like the vibe. I'm also noticing like the way like this stag seems so like adorned with like feathers and flowers and like I don't know, there's like a bunch of crap like hanging off his antlers. That maybe your person is kind of like all fluff and like no substance, like not as a person, but like when it comes to this connection with you, like it like looks good, but like there's nothing really to back it up. But we'll see what else comes out. But that's just like a thought I just had. Like I don't know. Ooh. What? But it's like they do want to take the lead here because that is their intentions. Like take the lead. So it looks like they do, but then they like second guess themselves and like get spooked, like I was saying, and like run away. So what are pile one's person's intentions? I think we need more about this. Intention is their intentions. Like I can't even take it. That's really funny. That's never happened to me before. Okay, thanks for that. Why am I putting this here? Intention, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. So I feel like with that, that's like kind of saying like they're trying to like figure out like what they really want. Like they maybe don't even know themselves. They maybe think they do and then like, but they haven't like worked it out all the way. Like I don't know if this is making sense or if I'm just confusing you more, but I feel like this person is so confused that it's like tough to get like a straight answer because they don't have a straight answer themselves, which I swear to God is not a cop-out. Like I really feel like this person is very confused with the Knight of Swords energy that was like coming through. But we did have this Innocence card here on the bottom of the deck. So I think this is saying, because I was asking about intentions, I feel like that's saying like they don't have malicious like or like bad intentions towards you. I feel like they mostly are acting out because of their own confusion and not because they are feeling sorry. So it's not like they're just trying to manipulate you. I don't really feel that at all. I feel like, but a very like erratic kind of an energy. So how are they feeling about pile one? What is their main emotion or feeling towards, oh, pile one. What is pile one's person's main feeling towards pile? Guilt. Interesting. And then trust on the bottom. That's interesting. Guilt, I mean, I'm not surprised to see that really. I actually like thought about this card in my head. I was like, I wonder if that card's gonna come out. Because I was obviously feeling like guilty vibes here. But it did. I'm psychic. Just kidding. But yeah, guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist me in my soul's growth. I just feel like this person, like, got confused, maybe dipped out on you or something, and then now they're feeling guilty and like sorry about it, but they want to like take the lead and like fix this, but they don't really know what it is they want. Like, they're kind of like stuck. I'm like noticing like this, I don't know, his wings look almost like tied together, like, or something. Like, I don't know if you can see, like up here, see how they're like crossed together? It's almost like, I don't know, it's like he's like stuck for movement, and there's like this energy around that's like almost like encasing him in. Like, it just doesn't seem, I feel like this is just them in their little work bubble, just the fact that it came out underneath here. They're definitely guilty about their in and out behavior, and I feel like once they start to, I feel like it's like a circle, and once they start to feel guilty, they try to like disassociate from it altogether, focus on work. But then it's like maybe the feelings creep in, or they like talk to you, or they run into you or something, and then like they want to try to like make it work, but then like kind of like the cycle repeats itself again. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this. I also want to get one of these, what are they called? Lovers Oracle cards. I'm going to get this as advice for you right now. What advice does pile one need about their person? And then we'll do messages. Oh, there's two. We'll take them. We have healing, and I love this imagery on this card, which says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. And forgiveness. This doesn't look nice, but sorry. So, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So, I think this is also like, because a lot of times in these kinds of relationships, we're mirroring, you know, so you probably are almost like mirroring their in and out energy in your own way, whatever that means to you. Maybe you're like about this too, and then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna move on, but then you're like, no, I'm not. And kind of like going back and forth in your own mind too. It's probably happening on both ends. And probably the best thing you can do with this advice is to just kind of like try to forgive them for whatever has already happened, like this is saying. That's funny that they're saying sorry and there's forgiveness coming through as advice for you. And maybe it's saying like, even if they don't say it and you don't actually get that apology, like, it doesn't matter. Like, work on forgiving them anyway, and work on maybe forgiving yourself. If you feel like you were like played out or like a fool or something, just recognize that like, no, you're not, and they're not necessarily like an asshole. Maybe they're a little rude if they just are dipping out on you, but that's first of all not a reflection on you. I really wanted to say that because I know in a lot of times these situations, we can blame ourselves. Like, oh, if I was prettier, if I was younger, if I was older, if I was whatever, like, you know, this person wouldn't have, like, or there's something wrong with me, like, you know, stuff like that. We like blame ourselves, like we made somebody like run away from us or something, when really like they're most likely running away from their own emotions of guilt, and like probably it's making them face things about themselves that they don't want to face, and you know, all that jazz. So don't, you know, try not to hold a grudge. Try to work through your issues that you have with them if they're, you know, complicating your life at all, and then work on forgiving them and yourself both, and like maybe work on some healing. I always talk about, well, or I don't always talk about it on here, but Reiki Rachel, like on YouTube. Let me look at this card. Maybe I would say root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus. So like the first three chakras, maybe do some healings of like the lower chakras, because I feel like they're being highlighted specifically in this picture. or even ones geared towards like unconditional love, because I'm noticing like the hearts going out, or like angel, like she has like angel healings if you're, you know, believe in angels and that kind of thing. Like I love her healings, but it's like literally free Reiki, like online, and it was the turning point in my healing journey, and I just like, oh my god, we'll never stop being grateful for that channel and for Reiki Rachel. Love you. But all right, so let's finish up with some messages from them. Oh, I didn't even look at the back of this card. Oh, that's cute. There's another angel on here. That's cute. So maybe like, I don't know. I don't want to say, because I know some people are like weird about stuff like that, but if you do have a particular angel, or you believe in angels, or you work with them, or whatever the case, like maybe that's a little shout out for you. So let's see, what would pile one's person want to say to pile one? What would they, what do they really want pile one to know? What does pile one's person most want pile one to know? I can't wait to make this all up to you one day. My heart is literally broken. And then I never decided to trust you and love you. One day I just realized you snuck in there somehow. So they really weren't expecting, I don't think, this to like feel anything. They probably don't usually even feel sorry, honestly. Like, and that's why this is like standing out to them, because maybe like you're like, oh, they hook up with all these people, like why won't they like just like hang out with me, or like whatever. Like, and probably because like you make them feel certain things that other people don't, like they didn't mean to. They didn't. Oh, remember trust was on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh, regrets under that too. So it's like almost like they do feel like they could trust you. But think about that, like when you can't trust people, like you've been hurt, like who hasn't been freaking hurt, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you meet someone that you feel like you really could trust. That's like scarier than just dating some guy that you like deep down know is bad for you. And then when it like happens, or girl, but you know, I'm just speaking from my own experience. But when you're dating somebody that you know is like bad for you, and then like the inevitable kind of like happens, it's sad, it's hard, but it's like you were kind of like, yeah, well, big whoop, like what a surprise, like, you know. Um, but like when it's someone that you really trust, and or even if like you don't actually trust them, but you're like, I could trust this person, like I could see myself with them, whatever, like that's like scarier. Like honestly, like it's almost easier to date someone that you just like know is going to disappoint you. I know that sounds weird, but I really feel like that's true. And I feel like it's true for this person at the very least. But let's see what else. Oh. And we're going to leave it there on the back. I worry about your reaction if I did come back. So maybe this is something more recent. I don't know. I was just thinking that. So maybe they're thinking about, or maybe this is just, I don't know. But they're sorry, like they're scared. They do want to come back, but they're like worried about how you would react. You're my perfect match in every way, so maybe you're like connecting on a lot of levels, especially mentally, because they seem to be a very mental person, and in the workplace, because with the Eight of Pentacles here, this could be some sort of work connection. But like maybe they just feel like you're like on their level. I have a huge fear of intimacy. Yeah, that's very apparent. You have such a healing effect on me. Which is cute because we had that healing card as advice for you. You're the only one I could commit to. Duh, Big Sean. I love that song. It's from the song Memories Faded by 2088. And again, it's like you're someone I could see myself with. Like you're somebody that like is my perfect match that I really could see, like, you know, having like this intimacy with, and it's hard for me to open up. He, she, whoever they're trying, I guess for them, it might seem to you like they're not, but like I feel like this is kind of like a battle for them, and somehow you always know exactly what to say. And how am I able to feel you when you're miles away? That rhymed. So this could be like a spiritual connection, or you could have some sort of like energetic bond with them, but even so, like I feel like they're just like these feelings do come up even when they haven't seen you, and like that first of all like scares them because they have a fear of intimacy. I don't think they want to feel these deep feelings for somebody, but like again, it's like you snuck up on them, like you snuck in there, like something like unexpectedly, like you just kind of like went in there and just kind of like rocked the boat for them, and they're just like, whoa, like, you know, somehow you always know exactly what to say. I mean, I don't know, maybe they just feel like you guys have good conversations or something. Like it was, maybe that means something to you, but I wasn't really getting any like big message from that necessarily. So we are going to leave it there, guys. I hope that reading helped. I hope I didn't confuse you more, but your person is very confused. Like that's the takeaway from this reading. They're trying to open up, like, but maybe like as of right as this moment, like they just don't have the capacity. Like maybe they're working to gain the capacity, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have it right now. Like it doesn't have to be like, oh, like they're the bad guy, like, and I'm the good guy, or even if you're not thinking about it in those terms. Hold on, I just have to take a sip of my seltzer. Like in those terms, like bad guy, good guy, but a lot of times like we do that. Like we'll be like, oh, like they're an asshole. Like they don't have to be an asshole. Like you don't have to make them the bad guy. That's from an episode of Buffy, The Prom. Buffy to Willow. You don't have to make him the bad guy. I love that line. And I think that's true. And that's something that people do a lot in relationships. Like, you know, if someone is like just incapable, they're incapable. Like, I mean, there's really nothing, like, they're probably not meaning to do this. And maybe you're like a trigger that's kind of making them kind of question the way they treat you and other people. So good for you. And I hope you guys have a great night, day, whatever it is. If you like this reading, please show me some love. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one. Okay? Oh my God, sorry. Bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 2 and this orange card, which is one of my message cards, the back of it, this is going to be your reading. I have 2 message cards and 3 tarot cards to kick us off here. We have them so scared to face you, and I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. So they're scared. I think we can safely say. We have the 7 of Wands, the Tower, and the 10 of Swords. So it seems like they did you dirty, caused probably your whole relationship to kind of like crumble, whatever it was. Like maybe they betrayed you, maybe they cheated on you, whatever the case was. Excuse me. They like destroyed this relationship, they're feeling like. So, and now it feels like they do want to like maybe take some steps to kind of like repair the damage, but they can't because they're scared. Like they're scared that you are not, well, they feel like you're gonna kind of be like, what? Like, what do you want? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just like, something like some kind of reaction, like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, I don't know. Like, they feel like you're really gonna rip them a new one. If you tried to approach them, and I don't know, like, they just feel like maybe you would like really like kind of attack them, like not physically. I mean, maybe like if that, you know, was something that you would do, but if not, like they just feel like they're probably somebody that can't take criticism like at all. Like, they're probably, because the 7 of Wands is a very like defensive energy. But just the fact that it was coming through as like scared, I feel like that they see you that way, but at the same time, like they could be that way. They could be defensive towards criticism, and they know that if they came back, they would have to hear a bunch of things that are probably valid concerns on your part, you know? Like they clearly, there was clearly a betrayal here of some kind. There was clearly an ending, like a messy, intense ending, and they probably feel that you have some words to say about it. Or that there would have to be like a hashing out of this, and it's almost like they feel like they know that like they're in the wrong, so they don't think they could bear to hear like the extent, I would say maybe of your emotions, because the Tower is Scorpio energy, which is like fixed water. So I feel like there's a lot of like unresolved emotional things that need to be discussed, which maybe isn't their strong point. And it's like they're afraid of like a big emotional outburst if they did come back, which may or may not be true. Maybe you're like, I literally don't care about this person, like, and I don't give a fuck. Like, if they came back, I wouldn't even care enough to be mad. Maybe you're like, yeah, like, I am gonna have some shit to say to this person because they did X, Y, and Z, and like, that's not okay, like, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you're like, oh my God, like, I could never, like, be mean to this person no matter what. Like, I have a soft spot for this person, and I just could never, like, I've like forgiven them, even if you've moved on or you haven't, but like you've just forgiven them. So I don't know which energy you're in, because this obviously isn't a reading on your energy. It's on their vibe towards you. But you know, like they're anticipating having to like, I'm really getting like here, like get attacks on them for things that they've done. Right, baby? What was that? But sorry, my dog. But anyway, yeah, so let's see what else we have. Like, what's their intentions towards you? Ugh, these cards like don't want to shuffle today. Like, seriously. Oh, spoke too soon. What are pile two's person's intentions towards pile two? Okay. That is two cards. I just want one. What are pile two's intention? Pile two's person's intentions towards pile two. Be fearless and bold. Look at you, pile two's person. Just kidding. But you're trying to like overcome your fear, it seems here. Or they are. I just said that though, like I was talking to them. That's why I continued. But be fearless and bold. Their intentions are to kind of conquer this fear and like, I guess, like face the situation, because, and apologize, because there's little flowers here. I don't know if he's holding them or if like this little badger, or if they're growing and he's just like in the field here, but like there's, that always makes me think of like an apology. It's also a number 4. Let's see what else we have. What are pile two's person's intentions towards pile 2? Growth, hope, so badger spirit, be fearless and bold, and growth. Take baby steps as you grow. I mean, maybe they're recognizing themselves that like like, what is there to be scared of? Like, it's not like this person is gonna physically like stab me to death. I mean, again, unless that applies, hopefully not. But I'm really just afraid, I don't know, of like facing the things that I've done at the end of the day. Like, that's what it comes down to. I feel like they're kind of having that realization, like, or they will be, like, it's just like around this time. And I feel like they are growing, taking baby steps, like as it says. So it might be like a slow process here. But like I was saying, stagnant water, or like fixed water. I feel like these emotional waters haven't been moving in a while. So they're trying to like, you know, get it going. Oh, look, there's like a stream. Yeah, it's like, it is moving a little bit, but it's like a stream, not a river, you know, forging a path like rapidly. It's like bubbling like slowly. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, what are their feelings towards you, pile 2? What are pile 2's person's feelings? What's the main feeling towards pile 2? Honesty and self-esteem. Yeah, I feel like a lot of this is about themselves. It says, I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I don't like the descriptions on these cards. I don't ever, I guess they're like affirmations, but it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So I don't know. It's like, I really feel like they're just trying to be honest with themselves about what they're feeling, why they might be feeling it. I really do feel like they're trying to understand themselves. They're feeling, but this was supposed to be, how are they feeling about you? Honesty. I feel like they're trying to like honestly assess how they're feeling about you. Let me look at one more of these. Freedom, health. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's like a little confusing to me. Honesty is a feeling. Maybe they just feel like they want, like, honesty. They want to come forward and fix this, be honest with you, tell you, and like talk about everything that happened. All right, puppy. Can you please? Can you please? They want to speak their truth. This is reminding me of the throat chakra. And this is like reminding me of like a robot head. So it's like maybe they've tried to be like a robot and like now they're just, there's like some truth like bubbling up that maybe they have a blocked throat chakra, because like there is a lot of like their little robot head is like, I don't know. I don't know how I like where I got the shit from, but like hello, there's like layers upon layers, like you can't even like get through here. And it's like the throat chakra, so it's like before they need to work on themselves, I guess, before they can really like come forward, even though they want to. And like this is all part of a process of them trying to, I guess, like unlock like their truth and be able to face the truth, because they probably just can't forgive themselves for what they did when it comes down to it. Like, I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Probably what's really scaring them is the ferocity of their own emotions, of like maybe guilt, maybe, I don't know, like shame, you know? I'm trying to think if there's any chakras coming through that I can see, but besides the throat chakra, I mean, I don't know, but it's like, I feel like it's the ferocity of like feelings they feel when they think about what they've done. And this was kind of like a similar message to pile 2, like a little bit different. Or pile 1, this is pile 2, hello. But pile 1, it was more like they weren't scared, they were more just confused, whereas this person feels like yeah, scared. Scared to be honest, like with themselves, and unfortunately that also, and also with you. Hold on, let me just see. I'm gonna get some advice for you, and then we're gonna get some messages. So what is your advice, Spirit, for pile 2 in this situation? Should I just take these 2? We'll just look at them, but I think we should actually finish shuffling. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. My beloved, no, I'm just gonna keep these. I don't know. I feel like they fell out for a reason. I always do this to myself. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. And then transformation. On the back, a relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I feel like I can't talk right now. Let me take a sip of my seltzer. So, passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. I feel like this is saying, like, if you're like doing your own thing right now, like keep doing it. Like, a magnetic and seductive quality, I feel like it's highlighting that. So if this person like needs time to grow, like grow up maybe, then they need time to grow up. Like, that does not mean that life stops for you in the meantime, like, obviously. So you seem to be in a very good energy right now, that you're like attracting people, you know, that you're attractive to other people. If like the thought of that like isn't like appealing to you at all, then I would just suggest like getting into your passions, whatever they are. Like, enjoy, like, whatever brings you joy, even if it's just like cooking, having taco night. That's what I want to do soon. That's why I said it. I want to make some guac. But make some guac and watch your favorite movie. Like, go hang out with people, go take an art class, paint for fun, dance around. Again, these are all things I like to do, but whatever your thing is, you know. And my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. And even this tarot card, that's Scorpio, like, you guys could have a very like deep emotional kind of like connection here. That's probably why it's so intense for this person, and they're scared of it too, you know. And it's like, if you're connected, you're connected. Like, you're always connected. You don't need to physically be together. But I think you miss them and it's sad. So, I mean, just, you know, you could just send them like love vibes, like, if you want, and just healing vibes and stuff like that, and whatever in the meantime. But, you know, don't be afraid to explore your own, to live life for yourself too, you know. Don't, like, a lot of times you could get wrapped up in like doing everything for the person, like oh, I have to, I'm trying to think of a good example. Just kind of basing decisions in your life on like if this person's coming back or if they're not coming back. Like, at this point, not because I don't think they're coming back, but I would just assume that they're, not even that they're not, but like that they may or may not, but like, I'm gonna try to like move on and start living my life just for me, without them even being a factor in anything that I do. Like, they shouldn't, like, you can still like send them love and feel, you know, like, connect with them on like an emotional or spiritual level, but you don't have to like base your life decisions on anything about them, like, at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. It kind of sounds contradictory, but it's like, I'm kind of getting that energy of like, it's like this deep unbreakable bond, but also like, we have needs as humans. You don't have to like deny yourself if you don't want to. If you want to, that's one thing, but if you're like attracted to other people, or if you want to like enjoy life in whatever way you want to, like, go for it. Like, I wouldn't, you know, because I don't know, and maybe that sounds heartless to say, but it's like, they clearly like did you dirty in some way. Not that it would be like revengeful or anything like that, but it's just like, if they haven't come back to apologize, or even not even apologize, but just to like kind of like reconnect, or make, you know, try to like reestablish the connection in any way, like, you know, why should you just give up on your own happiness in the meantime? What if it takes a year or 2 years or something like that? It's like, I mean, you got to have fun in the meantime. However you can do that, just try to do it. So what would pile two's person really want to say to pile two? If they could say anything to them, they could be honest. They want to be honest. So here's your chance. Pile two, what do you want to say? Pile two's person, what do you want to say to pile two? What do you most want pile two to know right now? Ooh, I feel like that one won. Ooh, okay, I feel like that really did just come out. That's funny. I know we could have such a great life together. Well, knowing and doing are two different things. I'm just kidding. I realized the only thing I've been fighting against this whole time is my own happiness. I feel you pushing me away. I miss you. Oh, that was cute, because I was like, you miss them. Maybe they're like, I miss you too. Let's see what else. What does... So maybe you have been exploring this idea of like branching out, because they're picking up on something. I never met anyone who had the same heart as me. It blows my mind how caring and kind you are. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. I'm really trying to rest and just get myself together. And then is what's in my head actual guidance or wishful thinking? So maybe this is like something that has kind of caused them to really like dig deep and like try to like figure shit out or like figure their own self and get really honest with themselves. And you know, it's probably all like tied into like their feelings for you and things like that. And it's like probably like very confusing. They probably feel like, why am I even thinking about this person? We haven't like talked in a while or anything, like, you know, stuff like that. And I don't know, I feel like they go back and forth in their head a lot, like maybe thinking that they're crazy or something. Like, I know we could have such a great life together. That was like the first one that came out, but it's like, I know I could have such a great life with someone I haven't even seen in like 6 months. Like, that's just, maybe they feel weird, like, but they clearly, like, there's some sort of separation here. They're missing you. They're starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. And, you know, maybe like, but they need to like honestly forgive themselves for whatever has like gone on between you guys. Like, I don't know where you're at, but I feel like that's what this person needs to do. They are starting to understand and realize things, and I think they are starting to appreciate the things about you that it's just funny how it's like how caring and kind you are, but your ferocity scares me. So, complex person, pile two. Like, who are you? But yeah, so I think we're just gonna leave it there. I hope that reading resonated and you enjoyed it. If you liked it, obviously show me some love, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile 3 and this green back of my message deck card, this is gonna be your reading. So I have 3 tarot cards, 2 message cards to start out with, and then we're gonna just like draw some oracles, like advice, and more message cards at the end. So how is your person, like, what is their vibe towards you? You get through to me when nobody else can, and you make me so mad sometimes, but then I realize I'm just mad at myself. I'll just put this like up here for 1 sec, and then I'll put them back once I like lay out the cards. So for your tarot, we have the Moon, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. So we have a major arcana and 2 like court cards. Interesting. So you get through to me when nobody else can. Again, I feel like this is a spiritual awakening kind of connection, like a spiritual connection. I feel like obviously the Moon, that's about very intense emotions. She's like drowning in it. And it's interesting, this imagery, how like she's drowning in it here, but here it's like at a manageable level. She can breathe. It's a, you know, always a plus. And she's like learned how to kind of calm the waters, I guess I would say. And you make me so mad sometimes, but then I realize I'm just mad at myself. Like, very much triggering, mirroring kind of connection. Like, I think I'm mad at you, but I'm just mad at me. Like, I think that you've hurt me, but I realize like you've just drawn my attention to some other like wounds that I have like within me. And I feel as though your person, obviously, like, some shit has gone down. Like, you make me so mad sometimes. So maybe like you did like do something that like could have like legitimately made them mad, and like that maybe was like fucked up or whatever. Like, I don't know. Or maybe, you know, you guys have like some bad blood between you. I'm sorry, I worked all night and I mean all day and night. I'm just like so tired, but I really wanted to do this reading. But yeah, I forgot what I was just saying. There was like some bad blood between you or something. But whereas this person would get super emotional about it. I mean, look, that's like a lot of water in these cards. And so like say like you ghosted them or something like that, like, you know, this person like probably had a reaction that was like intense, like, you know, like, and probably like they were upset with you, and but then they realized, I don't even know that it's mad, but like upset, and then they realized that like they're really just, this is like something that was already in them, if that makes sense, like, and you just triggered it, like it's not you. And it's also, I'm getting something where like they, the reaction that they would have, it was like their two selves battling, like the dark side of themselves would come out where they would just blame themselves, if that makes sense. Like, oh my God, I'm such a fucking like loser, and that's why this happened to me, like blah, 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 blah. And I feel like this is almost like a similar message to pile one. And I feel like like not like a similar personality necessarily, but like that kind of a vibe, that energy must be like in the air in the collective right now, because it's like, and then realizing like, no, like if somebody like ghosts me, like, that's just rude on their part. Like, it's not because like I, you know, deserve it, or I like am weird, or like I am like, you know, did something to push them away, even if like, you know, this person did do something to kind of push you away or whatever it was. But even so, like they've learned to forgive themselves. That's like where I was going with that. Like I feel like initially, like whenever this bad blood situation happened, they didn't have like a normal reaction, like they blamed themselves for it. And I just feel like your connection helped them to kind of like figure out how to like differentiate like different like kind of like where to place blame or something, like not blame, but like how to take responsibility for things and forgive themselves. Like, I don't know if this is making sense, but like kind of like how to navigate these different emotions and these different situations without becoming like overwhelmed by their emotions, something like that. They've like, definitely the moon talks about cycles, and they could have realized like that they were in a cycle of like beating themselves up for things that like other people maybe have done. Like, even though this has you, and then I realize I'm mad at myself, I almost feel like it's the reverse, and that they would always get mad at themselves, but then they realized like that like people just do fucked up things sometimes, and it's not their fault. Like maybe like they are playing a part with their energy, but like they can fix it, they can heal their energy. Your person could be like psychic with the moon and the Queen of Cups. Like, I just have to say, like, that is a very psychic, intuitive kind of energy. Both of those are like, I mean, if the High Priestess was here, I'd be like, okay, like, it's Miss Cleo. I'm just kidding, is that lady's name, that psychic from like the 90s? But yeah, so I don't know, like I feel like this is a very spiritual like connection that has really like helped them on their spiritual path, like, and I feel like they've taken action in their life in ways that they probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for this like intense experience that was you. Like, you get through to me when nobody else can, even if you're like, I've never said anything to this person like to warrant that message. Like, it's probably just like the dynamic between you, like, that made them like take a look at themselves. The way these two wolves are like across from each other, it's like the light and the dark side. And it's probably at first, when like these sides were trying to kind of like blend together or whatever, it was too much. But your person has really managed to like get their head above water, like literally, and they can sit with themselves now. They like forget, like, I can't with this transition. Like, this person has really like taken these emotions and like you like kind of channeled them and like used them to move forward. Like, person's badass, like, I just have to say. But you probably know that. Let's see, what are their intentions towards you, pile three? What are pile threes Come on, this deck like does not want to shuffle today. What are pile 3's person's intentions? Sorry, I keep making these loud noises towards pile 3. What are pile 3's person's intentions towards pile 3? That's way too many. What are pile 3's person's intentions? Can I just have one? Thank you. Oh. Let spirit be your guide. Yeah, they're super intuitive. They're like kind of like surrendering to this and just like kind of going with the flow with all this water and just kind of like moving forward. I feel like they're moving forward in their life. Just the way this bird is like facing that way. Let's see, what is pile 3's person's intentions towards pile 3? Compassion. Oh, they're the Queen of Cups, like, of course. And innocence. I feel like your person just is grateful for like the things that have gone on. Like, they would have never, again, like I was getting a similar message of, there was like a person in the last pile that was like bleeding, and I was imagining all the blood like getting like siphoned back into her kind of. And like here I'm almost getting the same, because they have like, well, she has orange hair and hers is more red, but it's almost like sitting here where this, and then like having the water like siphon in, and like, I don't know, like using that as fuel. I don't even know what that means, but like I was just kind of getting a similar message where I feel like they've just, I don't know, they like the same situation that would have made them feel like this, now they're like this. They're able to keep calm, cool, and collected. They're able to keep their head above water. They're able to like take a breath and not drown in the intensity of this. Like, and I feel like this is like across the board. Like, your connection maybe is what like triggered it, but like it's in other situations too. It taught them a lot about themselves. Be gentle with yourself. I feel like they are really focused on themselves right now, and forgiveness will set you free. If you're worried if they forgive you, they do. Like, see the light in yourself and others. They've done a lot of work on themselves. They know that there's good and bad in everyone. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody F's up. Everybody feels bad about shit that they've done, and they know that better than anybody. This is the fact that we had compassion coming out under the Queen of Cups, gentleness is under that. We have innocence, gentleness. Like, this person has really cultivated like a gentle heart, or maybe they were just born with it and they've really had it tested and it's survived. So your person's vibe towards you and their intentions, I think, is to just kind of like give you space, let you be, worry about themselves and their own like healing journey right now. To be honest with you, that's kind of what I feel. I feel though that they are super grateful. Like, they've really like moved and done things and moved forward in ways that they didn't think they ever could. And you're the only person. Like, I really feel like that, because it says you get through to me when nobody else can. Like, I feel like you are the only person that could have had this effect on them. I feel like they were stuck in a cycle probably their whole life. I really was getting that whole blaming thing. Maybe they're someone who has had like a lot of bad things happen to them, and they've just like blamed themselves for it all. And then it's like almost like with you, they probably were doing that, and for whatever reason, it's like they just finally like woke up and was like, wait, why am I feeling like, you know? And maybe that's like hard to hear, because it's like, oh, like they could just like, I don't know, like get over me like that. I don't think it's that they're over you, but I just think it's that they realize like they're not to blame for everything. Yeah, they play a part, but it's like takes two to tango, or three, or whatever the situation is, like, you know. And it's like, maybe you were at fault, maybe they were at fault too, like, you know. And they're able to see like both sides of the situation. They have a very compassionate view of the world. So let's see, what's their overall feeling towards pile 3 right now? What is pile 3's person's overall feeling towards pile 3? humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So, and then service. So I really just, I feel like a more like obviously lighthearted energy because that's the lighter side of life. I feel like with this green, I just feel like they think about you and feel happy. Maybe they think about like memories and stuff like that, and just really they focus on like the happier memories. And yeah, there was obviously some dark shit in the past, but like there was a lot of light too, you know? I really feel like that. And I even feel like there, like I can see the lighter, obviously because it's white, but it's just like really standing out to me. My eye keeps going to the white wolf, and there's like a black one here. And I feel like, yeah, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I choose to focus on the lighter side of this connection. I choose to let go of the times I got mad at you because I realized like I played a part too. And I just remember like the good times and like the happy times. And if things never do work out, like I will remember that moving forward, like period. That's like what I feel. So those are the message cards we'll get later. I'm just going to get some quick advice for you. I'm going to get 2 just because 2 came out in the piles before. What advice for my pile 3s? What advice do you need, pile 3? Regarding the situation, what advice does pile 3 need right now? Okay. Okay, sorry, I was like trying to organize these. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yeah, like just like this person is, you know, like, especially if you're feeling like, oh, I fucked this up, and like you want to like kind of like rush in, like time's running out. Like that's not, unless you truly feel like it's the right time, like, oh, like I'm reaching out to this person, like don't, you know? And if there's like something else that this is applying to, like by all means take that if you're like, I'm not reaching out to this person. But I'm just like trying to like do the advice in the context of this reading. But like being true to yourself like might mean that it's taking more time to yourself is like in order, even though that might feel selfish. Like, so be selfish. Be selfish. Like if that's what you need to do, it's important to do that. And I feel like, I don't know, this person, I don't feel like you have to worry about, first of all, this feels like a spiritual connection, so it's probably like a divine timing thing, in which case, like, let spirit be your guide. Like, try to surrender and just be like, it'll all work out the way it's meant to. Like, focus on your own crap that you need to, like, your own, like, self, obviously. Now is the time to give to yourself. Like, maybe you're an overgiver too. Maybe you're somebody that, like, has, like, unhealthy habits. Like, I don't know, whatever it is, it's, like, out of balance somehow. Maybe you, like, overindulge. Maybe you, like, don't relax enough. Like, maybe you're, like, you know, too much in one way, but, like, not enough in another. Like, just try to, like, get to a state of balance and take some time for yourself. Maybe you're an overthinker, because this says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. Let this go in the past. Your person is, like, cool. If, you know, you're worried about that, like, you don't have to keep worrying about this. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Like, your person is just, like, kind of giving you space, letting you live your life, and you should just take the opportunity to do so. There was also a healing card here. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Try to just, I mean, I was saying it, Reiki Rachel, I recommend her Reiki sesh is, but, her sessions, but, what was I just saying? Healing. Yeah, just try to be like, no, everything is good between us. Like, because it is. I have the inside scoop. Like, everything is okay with you guys. Like, even if it doesn't feel like that and you haven't talked, like, I know that's like weird to say, but I feel like at least right now, like their vibe towards you, their overall feeling was humor and service. I feel good when I can help others. I feel like they're like, if you needed me, like you could call me and I would be there. Like that's the kind of person that, I don't want to say that they are, but like you bring out the side of them. You get through to me when nobody else can, and that's a green card. And I feel like that means like you touch their heart in a way that nobody else ever has. They feel like you have some sort of innocent connection that it doesn't matter what happens. It's like with your family. Like, I mean, I know not every family, because sometimes you don't talk to people in your family ever again. But you know, if you do talk to them, and it's like, so you could have like the craziest fight, and then it's like, but you still love your family at the end of the day. Like, I feel like this person loves you at the end of the day. So don't feel bad if you need more time to yourself. All right, let's see what would pile 3 most want pile 3's person most want pile 3 to know. What pile 3's person most want pile 3. Like, thank you. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's crazy. Whoa. So there you go. Like, quit worrying because they already forgave you. I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? Meet me in the 5D and tell me your fears and doubts. I feel like this person, like, is very, like, about your energy. Like, they don't want to, like, upset you. Like, they don't want to make things worse for you. Like, again, like I was saying, they're psychic. Hello, meet me in the 5D, and tell me your fears and doubts. So maybe, if anything, like, they would just, I mean, maybe you have some sort of connection, like a spiritual connection, and they just, if anything, I just feel like with this card, I'm mostly getting that they're just worried that you're worried. And they just want to, like, assure you, like, first of all, I'll never not forgive you. Like, it's almost like, talk to me as if I'm not there. Like, write me a letter and then just, like, burn it or rip it up. Like, it just, get it out somehow, though, you know? Like, say, like, if you, like, you don't have to actually call them up, but just, like, write it down and, like, get it out. And, like, it'll help clarify for you how you feel. And maybe they almost can, like, feel you energetically, and they do want to reach out, but they don't want to make things more confusing or worse, or, like, make the situation worse. So I feel like they're trying to stay away because they, like with this card, like, just, I was getting that vibe. Like, just divine timing, like, let spirit kind of, like, guide the way. Oh. I have a huge fear of intimacy. I mean, yeah, I was, like, picking up that this person has kind of, like, been through a lot, and, like I said, like, blame themselves, and, like, that whole scenario I was talking about before. And it's probably, like, hard for them to try to, like, connect with somebody, but I feel like the way that the connection that they have with you, this innocent connection that I was, like, picking up on, kind of, like, they feel like they could face their fear. Oh, I saw that on the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to keep my grip on reality, but I don't even know what that is anymore. I just saw I remember all the little things about you. What else would you most want to say to pile 3? I never decided to trust you and love you. One day I just realized you snuck in there somehow. Again, this is, like, kind of, like, similar to pile 1, but this card came out. Actually, I think, did both of these come out? I don't know. But it's like, oh, look, well, it's true that you trigger the fuck out of me. It's also true that you inspire and motivate me like no other. That was, like, the whole theme of this reading could have been this card. I was getting triggering. Sometimes I'm like, where is this coming from? But it's like, that's where, I guess. The collective void. I never decided to trust you and love you. I love this card. That's, like, so gay to say, because, like, I made this card, but yeah. So I never decided to trust you and love you. One day I just realized you snuck in there somehow. I feel like they probably wouldn't have, like, allowed you in, like, if they had a choice. That just happened, and it was, like, against their will. And then we have, if you're feeling crazy, please know I do too, a lot. So if you're feeling crazy, if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling like just, it's, you know, you're in good company because your person feels it too. And no matter how things may seem, there's something special that's reserved only for you. So maybe this person is trying to like move on somehow, but it's like, I feel like if you were ready, like they would want to be with you, but it's just like maybe they just know that you're not and that you may not ever be. And they're just, you know, are trying to do what's best for them. But I don't think there's any malicious kind of a thing. So, because just the fact that that came out, I was kind of getting that before, but I didn't know. But no matter how things may seem, there's something special. I'm sorry, I'm so tired because it's late and I worked all night and I feel like I just keep repeating myself. Like, I hope this reading doesn't suck. But, if you're feeling crazy, this person does too, a lot. And I don't know. I hope that reading resonated. I have to go. Like, I need to go to sleep. But you have such a healing effect on them. And I don't even think that means like, ooh, like you're healing. I think it means like, I mean, probably that too. But I also think it means like the triggering. While it's true that you trigger the fuck out of me, it's also true that you inspire and motivate me like no other. That was like literally this little storyline that we first got. So thank you, Spirit, for validating this reading. All right, we're going to leave it there. Guys, if you like this reading, show me some love. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.